Good morning, students. Welcome to 10th standard science class. Today topic is on laws of motion. Unit number 1. Motion means movement of bodies. Introduction. Things around us are related to one to another. Some bodies are rest and some are in motion. But rest and motion are interrelated terms. Rest to motion interrelated to one to another. Okay, in the previous class, you have learnt about various types of motion. So, previous class means from the lower classes. Okay, we have studied many motion, various types of motion. A linear motion, circular motion, oscillatory motion, and so on. Okay. So far, you have discussed the motion of bodies in terms of their displacement, velocity, and acceleration. In this unit, let us investigate the cause of motion, displacement, velocity, acceleration. These are movements, the movements process. So, it is called motion. So, when a car is at rest, starts moving. So, a question that arises in our mind, what causes the body to move or the vehicle to move? Then, when a moving object coming to rest, what speed of up or slows down this body? So, what changes the direction of motion? So, we have many questions, but only one answer for all the questions. The answer is force. Okay. What is meant by force? A body needs a push or pull to move or bring to rest or change its velocity. Velocity means a particular speed. So, this push or pull is called as force. Okay. Let us define force in a more scientific manner using the three laws proposed by Sir Isaac Newton. These laws helps you to understand the motion of a body. That's all. Next topic is mechanics. Mechanics is the branch of physics that deals with the effect of force on bodies. It is divided into two branches, statics, dynamics. What is statics? Statics deals with the bodies which are at rest under the action of forces. Then dynamics. Dynamics is the study of moving bodies under the action of forces. So dynamics is further divided as again two. Kinematics, kinetics. Kinematics means இயக்கவியல். Kinetics means இயக்க விசை. That is different for both. Kinematics deals with the motion of bodies without considering the cause of motion. Kinetics deals with the motion of bodies considering the cause of motion. That's all. The next topic is on force and motion. Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, stated that a moving body naturally comes to rest without any external influence of the force. Now, that motion is called natural motion. It is force independent. Next, if you give any external force to change their position, that is called violent motion. So, force dependent. Why force dependent? We give any force. If we give any force only, they change their state. That's it. Okay. The next, but Galileo proposed some concept about force. Okay. What is force? A body in motion will continue to be in the same state of motion as long as no external force is applied. First one. Second one, the natural state of all earthly bodies is either the state of rest or the state of uniform motion. Okay. When a force is applied on bodies, they resist any change in their state. This is called property of bodies is called inertia. But what he said, when dropped from a height in vacuum, bodies of different size, shape, and mass fall at the same rate and reach the ground at the same time. Next topic, inertia. The inherent property of a body to resist any change in its state of rest or the state of uniform motion unless it is influenced upon by any external unbalanced force. This is called inertia. Okay, for example, when we are traveling in a bus or in a car, anyone, when a sudden brake is applied, our upper part of body going to the forward direction. At the same, another example, when the vehicle suddenly is moved forward from rest, we lean and going to backward. So this is due to any body would like to continue to be in its state of rest or the state of motion. This is called inertia. Okay. Next, the types of inertia. Three types of inertia. Inertia of the body is of three types. The first one, inertia of rest. The resistance of a body to change its state of rest is called inertia of rest. That is rest position. Second one, inertia of motion. The resistance of a body to change its state of motion is called inertia of motion. Third one, inertia of direction. The resistance of a body to change its direction of motion is called inertia of direction. So the inertia depend three. First one, rest, motion, and direction. That's a example for inertia of rest. When you vigorously or strongly shake the branches of a tree, some of the leaves and fruits are detached and they fall down. This is example for inertia of rest. So the leaves and fruits are rest position, coming to rest position. Example for inertia of motion. An athlete runs some distance before jumping because this will help him jump longer and higher. Okay. Third one, example for inertia of direction. When you make a sharp turn while driving a car, you tend to lean sideways. That is example for inertia of direction. Topic is linear momentum. The product of mass and velocity of a moving body gives the magnitude of linear momentum. Magnitude means value. It acts in the direction of the velocity of the object. The linear momentum is a vector quantity. Why? Both are having magnitude and direction are having. So it is called the vector quantity. Linear momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Product of mass and velocity. Okay. Linear momentum symbol P. M mass, V velocity. Okay. This equation helps to measure the magnitude of a force. Unit of momentum in SI system is kilogram meter per second. CGS system. In CGS system, its unit is gram centimeter per second. That's all. Linear momentum is equal to product of mass and velocity. The next topic is force. Force is an external effort in the form of push or pull. Already we have studied. Produces or tries to produce the motion of a static body. Next one, stops or tries to stop a moving body. Next, change or tries to change the direction of motion of a moving body. So force has both magnitude and direction. So it is a vector quantity. Force can be classified into two types as like parallel force and unlike parallel force. So what is like parallel force? Two or more forces of equal or unequal magnitude acting along the same direction parallel to each other are called like parallel force. Then unlike parallel force means if two or more equal forces or unequal forces act along opposite directions parallel to each other. So then they are called unlike forces. Next, resultant force. Resultant force means adding the magnitude of the forces with their direction. When several forces act simultaneously on the same body, then the combined effect of the multiple forces can be represented by a single force. So this term is called resultant force. It is equal to the vector sum of all the forces. So resultant force is sum of many other forces. For example, by F is a resultant force. All other forces means F1 force, F2 force, F3 force, like this coming. So the F is equal to F1 plus F2 plus F3, like this. That's all. If the resultant force of all the forces acting on a body is equal to 0, then the body will be in equilibrium. Such forces are called balanced force. Okay. If the resultant force is not equal to 0, then it causes the motion of the body due to unbalanced forces. Next, rotating effect of force. For best example, door. Okay, have you observed the position of the handle in a door? It is always placed at the edge of door and not at the some other place. Why? Have you tried to push a door by placing your hand closer to the hinges or the fixed edge? What do you observe? The door can be easily opened or closed. When you apply the forces at a point far away from the fixed edge, in this case, the effect of force you apply is turn the door about the fixed edge. This turning effect force, the applied force is more when the distance between the fixed edge and the point of application of force more. வீட்டு டோரில் பார்த்திங்கன்னா இந்த டோரில் கைப்பிடி வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா இந்த ஹேண்டில் வந்து சென்டர்லாம் வைக்காமல் ஒரு விளிம்பில் தான் வச்சுருப்பாங்க அந்த எட்ஜில். அது காரணம் என்னென்னா, நம்ம அந்த டோரோட விளிம்பை பிடிச்சி இழுக்கிறதோ தள்ளுறதோ நமக்கு ஈஸியாக இருக்கும். ஸோ மற்ற பிளேஸில் அதை வைக்கும்பொழுது பார்த்திங்கன்னா நம்மளால் வந்து டோரை ஓப்பன் பண்ண முடியாது, க்ளோஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நம்ம ஹார்டாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுவோம். ஸோ இது வந்து நமக்கு என்னென்னா, கதவுல உள்ள நிலையான அந்த ஸ்டாண்டர்டு அந்த ஸ்டேபிள் பாயிண்ட்டு பார்த்திங்கன்னா ஆக்சிஸ் ஆஃப் ரொட்டேஷன் அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்கிறோம். என்ன அப்படின்னா, அந்த ஹிஞ்ச் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த ஸ்டாண்டர்டான ஒரு பொசிஷன் இருக்கு இல்லையா, அந்த அச்சிலேருந்து விளிம்பு பார்த்திங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் ஃபாரவேல இருக்குது. ஸோ நமக்கு வந்து டோரை பிடிச்சி இழுக்க ஈஸியாக இருக்கும். ரொட்டேஷன் ஆஃப் டோர் இஸ் கால்டு axis of rotation. The fixed point is called point of rotation. Next topic, moment of the force. The rotating or turning effect of force about a fixed point or fixed axis is called moment of the force. Okay, it is called torque. So torque means rotation force. It is measured by the product of the force. Product of force means F and the perpendicular distance D between the fixed point or the fixed axis and the line of action of force. So torque means product of force and distance between the fixed point. So torque is a vector quantity. It is acting along the direction perpendicular to the plane containing the line of action. So the unit is Newton meter. Couple means pair. Two equal and unlike parallel forces applied simultaneously at two distance points at the same time constitute a couple. The line of action of the two forces does not coincide. Two forces are acting but both are opposite one to another. Both are opposite. So the rotating effect of couple is known as a moment of couple. Okay. Two forces acting, same forces but different means opposite direction. For example, turning a tape, winding or unwinding a screw, spinning of a top, etc. Moment of couple is measured by the product of any one of the forces and the perpendicular distance between the line of action of two forces. So moment of a couple is equal to the product of force and perpendicular distance between the line of action of forces. So M is equal to F into S. The unit of moment of couple is Newton meter in SI system, dyne centimeter in CGS system. Momentum is rotated in two direction, clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction. Application of torque. What we learn from the picture. Most of you have played on the seesaw. Since there is a difference in the weight of the person sitting on it, the heavier person lifts the lighter person. When the heavier person comes closer to the pivot point, the distance of the line of action of the force decreases. So weightless person easiயாக lift பண்ணலாம். Next one, steering wheel. Steering wheel. A small steering wheel enables you to maneuver a car easily by transferring a torque to the wheels with less effort. The steering wheel கொண்டு ஈஸியாக டர்ன் பண்ணிக்கலாம். That's all. Next one, gears. A gear is a circular wheel with teeth around its rim. This wheel helps to change the speed of rotation of a wheel by changing the torque and helps to transmit power. The next topic, principle of moments. When a number of like or unlike parallel forces act on a rigid body and the body is in equilibrium, then the algebraic sum of the moments. From the figure, two forces are acting here, clockwise rotation and anti-clockwise rotation. The force F1 produces an anti-clockwise rotation at a distance d1 from the point of pivot, and the force F2 produces as a clockwise rotation at a distance d2 from the point of pivot P. So the principle of moments can be written as moment in clockwise direction is equal to moment in anti-clockwise direction. So F1 into d1 is equal to F2 into d2. F1 force, d1 distance. Same time F2 second force, d2 next distance. So here two forces are acting here. That's all. Okay students, today topic is over. Today homework. Homework questions. First one, define inertia, give its classification. So the answer is the inherent property of the body to resist any change in its state of rest or the state of uniform motion unless it is influenced upon by an external unbalanced force is known as inertia. So the classification is inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. Second one, classify the types of force based on their application, like parallel force, unlike parallel force. Two or more forces of equal or unequal magnitude acting along the same direction parallel to each other are called like parallel force. Unlike parallel force, if two or more equal forces or unequal forces act along opposite directions parallel to each other, then they are called unlike parallel forces. Third one, if a 5 Newton and a 50 Newton forces are acting opposite to one another, find resultant force R is equal to the direction of action of the resultant force. F2 greater than two forces acting. So 15 minus 5 is equal to 5 Newton. So resultant force is equal to 10 Newton. Resultant force of 10 Newton is acting in the direction of F2. For example, greater force. F2 is a greater force. That's all. Okay students, read the question answers well. Okay students, thank you and God bless you.